Welcome to autogaragelife. In this video I give my opinion on a used part.
Look at that. Garbage.
I take the window out just so that I can clean it. And I get really excited about a window going down. Welcome to another video from autogaragelife, and today is a first timer in the garage. It's a BMW F34 3 Series GT, and as you can see I'm pretty tight today. I think I might rearrange the garage and move these cupboards back to there because I'm really tight for space with this car. I didn't realise it was quite as long as it actually was. But this car's in the shop today because the driver's windows stopped going up and down, and I'm going to replace the window regulator. So these are frameless windows on the front doors and the back doors of these cars, like the coupes are, and like the 3 Series, F4 Series Grand Coupe, sorry. It's supposed to go down a wee bit, then back up. Mine doesn't, it just goes straight up, and it has been hitting off the lip of the rubber seal there. The other one works fine, and I've been quoted quite a high price from BMW to repair this, and if you stick around to the end of the video I'll go over the pricing at the end. So the tools I'll need today are the regulator itself, which was a BMW only part. I managed to get it in a place online, again I'll leave the link in the description below. Can't get aftermarket, didn't want to buy a second hand one, just prolonging the problem. I've also got a suction cup here because we're going to be taking the glass out. I want to have something to grab onto it with. I've also got this special window removal tool, which will show you how that works for BMWs for this type of car with the frameless windows. We've got our trim removal tools, and we've got our array of sockets and screwdrivers, etc. that we'll need for this job. So can't remember what size of bolts there are, but there's going to be these 4 bolts here holding the regulator on, plus we need to attach the motor to it as well. So let's crack on. This is the first time I'll have done any job in this car. I'm quite looking forward to it because the window, when we bought it, was crunching away and making a crunchy noise. So I did expect it to go, but it just all of a sudden went. So let's go. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is remove this trim piece here, because there'll be a screw behind there and probably one up there as well. Usually the door panels, there's something to pop off for hidden screws, and then you pop off the rest of the push fit fittings later on. So let's see how we get on with this one. Could do with new trim tools actually, these ones are pretty bad. There we are. Just take your time with that. It is clipped down in quite a few places. Alright, so we've now got 2 T15s, Torx, one there and one at the bottom of the handle. And I'm just using a long reach Allen key to get these. They're not that tight, so you can just do them by hand. Take those 2 out. Oh no. Zwei. So what you want to do now is around the edges with some trim tools and make some popping noises. Little white clips that you'll be popping off. You get in with that and pop, and loosen it up as you're going down. You'll be able to see the white clips popping out. Sometimes it's good to use two of these, one to hold a gap open, one to take the bigger one in, like so. This will make a lot of scary popping noises as you're doing this. Don't worry, that's what it's supposed to do. At the end, this should just lift over that. Got a couple stucky. Got a few little poppers that aren't wanting to play. So as you're taking this out, these little white ones will pop out. And up the top are these kind of clips. Right, so you're going to get a lot of crunchy, cracky noises when you're doing this. Just take your time, particularly if you don't have spare clips, like me. Oh, there we go. And then your lock just flops down there. You've got a couple of cables to disconnect. More than a couple actually. Yeah, there's a few things to pop off here. Or you could just leave this to the side, but we'll not be running with it. We'll take all the cables off for this. That one for the door lock. See, one thing, they are very well put together, these door cards, in comparison to some flimsy ones from the 90s and stuff. Okay, so here's the back of the door card, so you can tell when you need to pop it off. So there's where your door lock is, and we have white clip there. Like I say, the 4 metal ones that slot in there, white there, there, lots down the bottom corner. That's why that corner was tough, because there's 2 of them, and there's one there, and there's a little red guy here, and as you can see, a little red guy has remained in place there. So we need to line that one up and make sure he goes back in where he should do, which I think is possibly here. So the locks, the windows are connected here. I just popped this one off just to give it a bit of leeway. I'm just going to leave it resting there. There's plenty of room here to work. You don't need to disconnect this cable or anything like that, but what you do need to do is cut off this membrane here so that you can get into the window mechanism which sits behind this. And we'll take these bolts off here, that one there, I'll do one inside there and one inside there. But first I'm going to go and take this seal off the window. The reason why we're taking this off is because, see that sprocket there? Need to get into that and loosen it. And there's a sprocket here, there it is. Need to get into that to loosen it. And that's what allows you to take the glass out. And that seal in these cars, if you can see that, it splits underneath the wing mirror, like so, so that you can remove it without taking the wing mirror off. Now we've got full access to that sprocket and that sprocket, and that's what we're going to use the special tool for later on. Next step, we're going to use a craft knife and we're going to cut the adhesive all along here and down there. And if you cut it in half and leave some on this membrane and leave some on the car, it will stick back together again a lot easier. So take your time with this, because this stuff here will tear. So let's go. Watch the cables. Yeah, that should be plenty of room to get into the regulator, which is here. We need to take these caps off, and yep, regulator's gone. Something is flapping around here. Okay, so here's the innards of the door. Once that's removed, there are 4 bolts there. 1, 2, 3, 4 that you can see. Plus those ones in there to remove, and the one behind there. And for some reason this membrane had come off of this rubber seal, so I pushed that back in. Then just removed the window motor. Now it does look a little bit water damaged, but we'll find out once we take the window out and stuff. Now the window, those sprockets are up top there, so we need to remove them. Okay, so that sprocket there, I'm going to use this tool, go down, grab it, and we're lefty loosening because we're facing it. If you were doing this from the inside, you'd be tightening it to get it off. Right, so you'll feel it latching on with those 2 little teeth, and just a gentle pull. See it moving? And just go around again, teeth latch on. That's it. Do the same with this one until you can spin it all off completely. It'll probably fall down there, but we'll be able to catch it. There we go. After much toing and froing, the glass comes out. Now as you can see, glass is held in 2 holes there and there, and those are the 2 bits that it slots into the window carrier, the regulator. So this was a pain because my window wouldn't go up or down at all, so I had to do it pretty much blind. And the sprockets that come out of this, we had to just put this glass away. That's what the sprockets look like that were fitted in that way towards with the spindle towards the car, and that's what your tool hooks onto. So when your tool's in there, it looks like that, and you're rotating around and grabbing the wheel. Like I tell you, without this tool, this job would be impossible. Forget it. Alright, so that's us got the regulator out, and it was a bit of a faff. But once you've loosened the bolts, it all comes out. That hole there, that one. And what I'll show you, I'll just go out the camera and zoom in on this and I'll show you what went wrong with this one. So this is the regulator, the old one. And as you can see, one of the cables has completely snapped and came away from there. It's actually completely gone. It's supposed to be in this, which is linked to the motor. This spins it, the cable's go up and down, this cable's just completely gone, so there's no chance of this moving whatsoever. It was locked, so now we have to remove the motor with 3 bolts and put it on to the new regulator, so we're going to do that just now. There's the cable all tangled up in the motor, which explains why nothing is working. I hope this still works, this motor, because these are quite expensive. If not, I need to get a new one of these, but I don't think it's got into the innards of it. I think it's just tangled up around the outside here. Potentially bumped it out, who knows. But I'll never know unless I try, so let's put it back on. And this is junk. The cable has gone. Crunchy, crunchy. There we go. Look at that. Garbage. There's also a wee fitting here. I think this just holds the weight of the motor onto it, so remember to put that back in place. It just fell out as we were doing this, so. Alrighty. Let's tighten these 3 up and we'll see if we can get us back onto the car. Okay, Okay, now for the fun part, which is putting the new one of these back in. And it just goes installations, reverse the removal, blah 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 blah. But a bit trickier because this one's actually intact. So this has to go up here. Just leave it like that, that's fine, looks good to me. And then we'll have to feed this spindle. Go here, there we go, one in. Another one goes down here. It will be there somewhere. Could do with some light on the subject here. This one is up the top. That's it. And then the motor, there's a little bracket that you have to put on that. And it goes back onto the motor and clicks in here, so it goes onto the bottom of the motor and it'll come out there. Time for a spot of cleaning. Not putting this back on the car looking like that. That's in now. It's not quite lined up with the hole though. It isn't too good. And this one isn't lined up either. Set now. That's that one clicked in. These are the ones that are reverse threaded, so this is a bit tricky to see. Use inspection mirror. It'll come in this way. Use inspection mirror here. There we go. It's going that way. This time you can see the front of this. It's a wee Torx bit. So you understand when people see that, they twist it the other way, which is going to just shatter the glass. So I'll do these hand tight just now. And there should be a bit of play in that, but to move it around. And I've lost the other one. Oh, it's over there. And I've only got 2 screws left, which are for the panel, so we're doing okay. Spot of cleaning here first before we put the seal back on. Can't not have it clean. Never get to clean these bits again, hopefully, he says. and confidence this repair will work flawlessly. Need to clean the seal. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see if it works. Nothing else for it now. Oh! Careful. Five. And what we'll do is, it works, man! I am chalking that one up as victory numero uno. Now with this we're going the other way. Absolutely zero chance of seeing in there this time of night. Hold on. Get all your light. There we go, there's Mr. Sprocket Boy. Oh yes, you need a tighten. So hand tighten these isn't that tight apparently, because this is just very loose. Give this a few turns to tighten it. I don't think I could have done this without this tool, by the way. So if you're doing this yourself, go to Amazon, get one of these for 20 quid. Save you a real headache. Because with mine, my window was stuck in this position. So I couldn't actually do anything with it. In terms of reaching these by hand, I had to do it this way. So save yourself a lot of pain and get one of these. This is a laser branded tool. Don't know whether Halfords sell them, but you can get them online on Amazon, which was good enough for me. What a labour saving device, that's all I'm going to say. Alright, so wasn't quite happy with the it wasn't going up quite enough, so I've loosened the two sprockets again, shut the door, and I've just, you can move the glass around now with these suction cups, so I'm just going to move it slight way back and forth, there we go, until I'm happy. There. And now what we do is we just tighten that in place with this tool. Okay, let's see now. Oh yes, perfect, look at that. Perfect fit. Again. It works! Stops again. Oh, it goes up. So I held it down for 5 seconds here and I held it up for 5 seconds. Then I come back and made an adjustment, but look at that. No crunchy noises. Job well done. So there we have it, one window regulator replaced. Good few hours work I would say. And here's the costs. So, when this car was in for its recall at BMW, at the dealership, I said to them about the windows. It actually broke whilst we were in the car park, believe it or not. So I said to them, how much is it going to cost to look at it? And she said, oh, it's £160 just to look at it, even though it was in for a recall and getting a free health check at the same time. So anyway, it got its health check. It did the recall, which was the EGR system. I can't remember what part it was they replaced. EGR cooler. And they came back with a quote of £566. I got this part, here's the old one, for £182 plus shipping to the UK. £182 versus £566 in a couple of hours of my time. No brainer. So there we have it. That's a good job, well done. I must admit the part was quite tricky to get because it is main dealer only, but I got it on bmwsupply.co.uk for £182, but I couldn't get it in any aftermarket places. I couldn't get it in the usual UK car parts stores that public can go to. And the main dealer price, I think, was £270 because it was quoted to me as parts for the quotation that I got for doing it. So very happy with that. Let's just see it here. It's one more time. Luxury. And I wonder if I hold the key open, will all windows go down? Oh yes, lovely. That one could do with a little bit of a lube. And if I lock it, superb. So there we have it, folks. Thanks for watching, and next video, I don't know what it will be yet. It could be an SL video, but give me a thumbs up for this. The effort is worth it, I'm sure. These videos do take a long time, especially when you're doing a repair. I don't think people maybe, it's difficult to film when you're doing a repair, and to do it adds time onto it. So for that, please give me a thumbs up and drop a comment below and hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. We're doing more stuff to this GT. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.